Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. We are here with Arena of Valor, and folks, the moment we've been waiting for all month has finally come. Lindis has officially released on the North American server, and I believe she's available to be used if you're purchasing her, or if you're doing a hero trial, or you're fortunate enough to save up the amount of gold required to buy her. If you wanted to buy Lindis straight up, it's going to cost you 1649 vouchers, but that will also give you the time warp skin. And let's check out how much she is in the shop. She's a total of 18,888 coin, folks. So you got to, grind for a bit, try to hit your weekly cap and get some coins from that, but it'll take you a while. Now let's see what Lindis is all about. And folks, she is a marksman, right? So Lindis the Sentinel has an ultimate ability called Lunar Champion. Lunar Champion allows Lindis to call forth a spirit to attack enemies, dealing 220 physical damage and adding any bonus normal attack effect from equipped weapons or buffs. She can store this ability up to 5 times. And let me correct myself, equip items or buffs. And that can store the ability up to 5 times. She also has another ability, which is called Entrapment. It's a physical control ability and allows Lindis to set up a trap that lasts for 2 minutes. That's a pretty long time. This trap will slow enemy movement speed by 30%, reveal enemy locations, and after a short while, deal 360 physical damage. Lindis can store and set up to 2 traps. Traps will become invisible 2 seconds after being set. Why is this good? If you're in the middle of a fight, let's say you guys are pushing up the middle and you know the opponent is aggressively countering back, and it's going to be an ongoing fight, right? Because that tends to happen sometimes, right? It becomes a battle for position. You can throw this trap, let's say in a bush that you know the enemies has been routinely walking through, and as soon as you drop it 2 seconds later, it's going to go invisible. So maybe you don't need to drop it in the bush. I just thought maybe that was a good placement spot, and it's going to stay there up to 2 minutes. If it happens to get entrapped, right, your opponent, then it's going to slow down the movement speed and it's going to do some physical damage. So pretty solid. And it's also revealing the enemy locations. Now back to enemy locations, right? You also have Piercing Gaze. Lindis illuminates the area around her and reveals the location of nearby enemy heroes for 5 seconds. This ability can be stored 2 times. After learning this ability, when Lindis hits the same enemy 3 times, the target will suffer an additional 80 physical damage. This is a pretty cool ability, and man, this will point out those players that like to hide inside the bushes, like the Wukongs or the tanks like Arthur, who just like to slam you when you walk by. This will be good to see where they at. So no more camping, folks. It's not Call of Duty. And I don't encourage that either in Call of Duty. Now back to the game. Lindis also has a passive ability. Move through the bush whenever possible to take advantage of Lindis' passive. This can help you kite your enemies or establish map control. Use Piercing Gaze to view your surroundings before rushing into unknown territory. Also, before entering a group battle, be sure to lay a trap along one of your enemy's possible escape routes. That's also a good way to use it as well. So that's it, folks. That's the abilities of Lindis. Now let's show you some gameplay. So let's check it out. Alright, so here we go. So we got Lindis. We'll take out these minions right here. And notice there's a 2 underneath the second ability. We could plant this somewhere. So we know that thing's going to come back. So we'll drop it right over here. After 2 seconds, it goes invisible and it traps him. You can chase them a little bit, and then you get the kill right there. So that's how you would use the trap. You either can anticipate where your opponent's going to go, or you could do the opposite and anticipate where they're going to leave from. So when no thing's coming back, I'm going to drop down 1 trap here again. And then what I'm also going to do is, since he likes to run towards that tower, we're going to throw one over there too. So there we go. Trap him in there. Damage. And then we'll finish him off right there. And if, let's say if I did let him go away, which I probably should have did, he would have went to the trap there that's set. Which we could set another one, I guess. And then he'll get caught. Now, the first ability will allow you to see exactly where he is. He was already patrolling the area. So what I'll do is I'll try to go a little bit further so that he's not in my view. So right there. Thane's coming. And we'll use our special ability. So you see everything changed up well, and then let's grab him while he escapes. Alright, we didn't get that one in there correctly. But we'll get him when he comes in. But you see, it's just all about the placement. Since I'm doing a hero trial 1v1, I haven't purchased her yet. So I'm doing my best to kind of give you an idea of how to use the ability. But the trap is pretty self-explanatory, right? You capture them where they're going to go into, or anticipate where they're going to escape from. And then the first ability, you know, as soon as you trigger it, as soon as that enemy kind of goes into the area you marked, you'll have the ability to see where they're at for 5 seconds, which is very helpful. So right there, you see how it came up on the screen. And then we'll bring them into our area there. So right there, see, we caught him while he was escaping. Now, as far as Lindis, if you're someone who likes to collect all the characters in the game, and you have spare cash, then sure, go ahead and purchase Lindis. If you have spare coins, you want to save up and grind, then I recommend that too. I personally, I don't know, if I'm a little, I don't want to say disappointed, right? Because I do think she has value on the team, but she's a little underwhelming versus the hype that was released for her. I really expected her to be a little more overpowering, especially with the comparisons to Valheim, you know. But nonetheless, I still think that she could play a great role as a marksman on the team. And again, with those piercing gaze and those abilities to be able to pinpoint where your opponents are on the map, and also the trap, I think will be very helpful, because you could entrap, you know, the opponents while they're escaping from your push with your team. So that can really be helpful a lot. I think maybe I can understand the hype now after explaining it out loud. So she's ideally a marksman with support abilities. And I mean support more defensively. She's not giving your team a boost, but she's breaking the opponent's team down by setting up traps for when they escape, which will help you when you guys are pushing, especially if the opponents are running away from you. Trap them, finish them off with a combo, and then continue your push, because now your opponents are at a disadvantage, right? Because there's one player missing, or maybe two. And also, being able to see where they are on the map saves your team from being ambushed. So I definitely can see that being very advantageous. Why is this computer over here attacking me while I'm talking? How rude are you? Get there. Get you while you trap. Alright, cool. So back to that video. Yeah, I'm being silly, I know. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So those are really my first impressions on Lindis. I'm personally going to give her a try. I have a hero trial that I unlocked last week when they had the chest for her. So I'm going to test her out for like a day or two. I wanted to release this video for you guys because I wanted to give you some insight before you purchased her. At least to give you a little bit more information and what my opinions and thoughts are on Lindis. And obviously, if there's something that I missed or something that you guys think will help create a better case for Lindis, then drop a comment down below and let me know what your opinion is. I don't want to hear really anything negative because every character in this game has value. It all depends on the player using it and their preference, right? So I don't believe that characters are trash. I don't. But I want to know exactly what you guys think constructively. Like if there's an area of opportunity for Lindis, then I can spread that information to the team. I can speak to the community manager, Clash Royale, and give them some insight on that sense. But overall, if you're gonna buy her with cash, I wouldn't yet. I would wait, test her out, play with her more, try to use her in ranked matches in real team composition and see what type of value she plays. All right. So other than that, folks, appreciate the support. Thank you for everything you guys have been doing on the channel. I'm very grateful for it. All right. And in my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to possibly add a weekend game, a console game, being either Monster Hunter World or Dragon Ball FighterZ. So let me know if you guys want to see highlights for that or even streams. All right. So other than that, peace out.